reality is, in life, sometimes we just need a gentle reminder. We need a gentle reminder because the reality is, sometimes we want to give up, man. Sometimes we want to throw in the towel when it comes to pursuing our dreams, when it comes to being on our purpose. Some days, let's just face it, some days are challenging. Some days are super challenging. Sometimes we get exhausted. Sometimes we want to quit. We want to throw the towel in. And so this is where I want to encourage you guys to just keep showing up. Keep showing up. If you don't have anybody in your life that's going to encourage you, because some of us are on a mission by ourselves, and all we need is a gentle reminder every once in a while. No matter how hard it is or how hard it gets, sometimes we just need a gentle reminder from someone else. If we can't find it within ourselves, sometimes we need messages like this. That gentle reminder to just keep showing up. You're doing fine. You're doing great. Keep showing up. And trust me, I get it, man. It's days, I'm human. It's days that, I don't feel up to it. Sometimes we get sick. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes setbacks happen. Sometimes we get in our head. Sometimes we don't have the right people around us who's going to encourage you to do the right thing, who's going to encourage your growth, who's going to fan your flame, who's going to say, you know what, man, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. I want to remind you, if you clicked on this video, maybe this message is for you or someone you know. But I want you to be reminded of the importance of giving yourself grace and also continuing to show up, and also telling yourself, man, you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you know. Push yourself today. Keep showing up every single day for yourself. Your future self is going to thank you for it. As a matter of fact, the times that you want to give up, think about your future self. Think about where you want to be on those days that you give up. Think about where you want to be on those days that you've quit. Those days that you've quit on yourself, or those days that you think about quitting on yourself, or those days that you think about quitting altogether. Think about why you started, number one. Think about why you began, number one. And also think about where you really ultimately want to be, by not letting yourself fall into the emotions, the emotional swings that put you in the position of wanting to quit. Not how hard it is or how hard you have to work. Sometimes we're so focused on, the duration of the road that we have to travel to get to where we want to get, or we get impatient with the lack of growth. We get impatient with where we're at. Come on now, let's keep it real. We get impatient because we've done it over and over and over, and we might have fallen a lot of the times during this journey. We might have failed when it came to some of our attempts, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You can't give up, because even on those days when you tried, even on those days when you spent a lot of hours just to get it wrong, you got to understand something. You still got one step closer to getting where you want to get. You still got one step closer. You still, even if you spent a day or hours or days, process of elimination. Let's just say sometimes you want to obtain that result, that fruit, that same day. And you spent a day or a week or a month on the process of elimination part, to where you're like, man, when is the fruit going to come? When is the results going to come? Understand this, my friend. At the very least, you spent a lot of times on the process of elimination part. The part where sometimes you may not get the reward right away, but guess what? You realize the lessons that came with the mistakes of, thinking that you was doing it the right way, or thinking that this would work. You got to understand, for those things that don't work, it's still a contribution to the work, because guess what? Now you're still learning. You're still en route of learning. You're still recognizing that this right here, it may have taken me some time to realize that this don't work, but guess what? This is still a part of the process. Because the reality is, man, you have to go through a process of elimination to figure out what don't work versus what does work. Sometimes we pick up certain things quicker than later. Sometimes It takes a little bit, longer to obtain the things that you want, but you got to be patient with yourself. You got to give yourself grace. Also, I want to gently remind you that if you don't show up for yourself, you got to understand something. People may root for you. People may have your back. People may want to see you succeed. Of course, we have people that don't care. People that act like they want to see you succeed, or people who really just don't care. But you also may have people that actually care and want to see you succeed in life. But the reality is, you got to remember, bro, can't nobody put in the reps for you. Can't nobody do the work for you. Nobody's going to hand you success. Nobody's going to knock on your door and deliver that Amazon package of a dream for you, bro. I did a video called Stop Treating Your Dreams Like an Amazon order. An Amazon delivery, Stop treating your dreams like Amazon Prime. And I get it. Sometimes we go through the Rolodex of the things that we want, just like when you're shopping on Amazon. We want things sometimes to come convenient and drop at our door, like, Amazon. It's a cool feature when it comes to certain things, but not when it comes to your dreams. It's a cool feature. It's a cool thing to have. Convenience. At your luxury, it's a cool thing to have. But when it comes to your dreams, you actually got to get dirty. You got to work. You actually got to get dirty. You actually got to work. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that you can't do is, dream of something and it appears. I know manifestation is a real thing. It really is. But when it comes to your dreams, you can still manifest it. But this is where you can't skip out on the work. You can't skip out on the work. So those days that you don't want to keep going, you got to remind yourself, and you have to remember, nobody's going to bring you your dreams. Nobody's going to care for you in the position that you want to be in and the success that you want to have when it comes to your journey of life. Nobody's going to care for it the way that you need to care for it. Nobody's going to care for it, especially if you don't care for it. The next person is not going to take you serious. And quite frankly, it holds you back from being in the position that you want to be in. It holds you back from the position that you want to be in. So you have to use emotional intelligence, man. Even on those days you don't feel like it, you got to keep going. You got to use emotional intelligence. Put your pride to the side. Put your feelings to the side. Put the thought and the notion of quitting to the side. And I know it gets real at times. Life be lifing. But my friend, I want to give you that gentle reminder to never give up. I want to give you that gentle reminder that you're on track. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep elevating. Keep showing up. It's just like when you work out, man. It's like there are days when you're really dog tired. Excuse me. It's days when you're dog tired. It's days when, a lot of people go to the gym after work. And I know all about that life. That's why I try to get mine done in the morning. But it's days that, you had a mentally draining day at work, or a physically draining day at work, or a mentally and physically draining day at work, or lack of sleep the night before, or it's just that time within the week that you're just tired. It's Thursday, it's Friday, and you still got to go to the gym after work. Yes, I know the feeling. You're fatigued. But why do we keep going? It's easy to let ourselves off the hook. It's easy to, dive into that comfort zone and say, I'll do it tomorrow, and become a part of the I'll do it tomorrow community. It's easy to do that. But that's what most people choose. That's the path that people that are not a part of the 1%, 2% community, bro, they choose the path of easy. But it's important that you continue to choose the path of hard. Because when you choose the path of hard, guess what? Results is going to happen by way of your sacrifice. By way of your sacrifice. Sometimes you just got to, bite down, grit it out, tough your way to that gym, tough your way to show up for yourself. Because again, nobody's going to give it to you. Sometimes you just got to grit it out, bro. If you want to be a part of the 2% community, the 1% community, you got to do what those people do. You got to do what they do. I used to watch Kevin Hart, man, working tooth and nail. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure he still do. But it was one time when every time I turned on the TV, Kevin Hart was on everything. Like 5 stand-up comedies going on at one time. He wrote a book in everybody's movie. In every movie, bro. grinding. You think he wasn't tired? But guess what? Look at the success that he has. Do you think he's a part of the 1% community? Of course. Do you think he had days when he was tired? Of course. But guess what? Look at where he's at. Take notes from the GOATs. The ones that you see winning, take notes from them. Watch them. See how they work. See their work ethic. Reality is, they are no different than you. They just bite down and keep going to be in the position that they're either in or want to be in. Take notes from the GOATs. Shout out to Chris Jones, by the way, because I've heard that before, but Chris Jones be running it in the ground, you know what I'm saying, in a good way. So shout out to Chris Jones, man. But take notes from the GOATs, bro. Watch what the winners do. Watch what they do. Of course, be who you are in their journey, but watch what they do and apply it to your footsteps of life. You got to keep going. You can't quit. Your family's depending on you. Your future's depending on you. You have to depend on you. You're dependent on you. Nobody's going to give it to you. You have to give it to yourself by way of earning it, which means you got to keep going. You got to keep showing up for you, man. You got to keep showing up for you. You're going to thank yourself later. Your future self is going to thank you for continuing to show up for you. You feel me? You got to keep going. As simple as that. Nobody has ever came from the gym or obtained any level of success, no matter how tiresome of a responsibility it was. Nobody has ever exited any building or closed any book that had fulfilled accomplishments within it. No matter how tiresome it was. That day that you was tired and you kept going, when you got home, you may have took the biggest sigh of relief, but you didn't regret still showing up. You didn't regret pushing your way through. But you can 100% regret not going. After you got home, you can 100% regret not showing up for yourself on the days that you didn't feel like it. You can 100% find yourself living a life filled with regrets by not at least showing up, man. You must keep going. You got to keep going. It's important that you keep going. Your future self needs you. You need you. The legacy that you're building, the empire that you're building, the generations to come, they need you on your purpose. They need you grinding. They need you to keep going. I need you to keep going. Let this video be a gentle reminder to keep going. And I get it. There are times when we all need it because we're all human. There are times when I need it. I'm a self-driven, motivated type of individual, but don't get it twisted. There are days when I'm demotivated. There are days when I need that reminder and I know what to do. I know what I have to do. Let me find my source of motivation. Let me, shut this off so that I can pray, talk to God, do whatever it is to put me back on track, to put me back in that headspace, to get back in my zone and keep going. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to hit the mark every single day, but at the same time, you'll get further ahead and a lot more accomplished as you keep going by pushing yourself every single day. And on the days that you don't push yourself, it's okay. Give yourself grace. But don't give yourself excuses. Give yourself an excuse maybe once in a while, but not a set of excuses. Don't give yourself a collection of excuses. Do not join the I will do it tomorrow community, bro. Let's get it done, man. Let's lock in. Let's put ourselves in a position where we won't regret later, bro. Let's do it. You must keep going. There's no other way. You must keep going. Nobody's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to give it to me. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares if the dog ate your homework. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Therefore, you must care. Therefore, you have to care. You feel me? If you guys appreciated this video, I'm going to ask you guys to turn on your post notification bell. That way you guys will not miss my content. If you like videos like this, uplifting, encouraging. I know a lot of these type of videos on social media aren't popular. Negativity is popular, which is sad. Drama is popular, which is sad. But you know what? Take risks. I'm gonna do what's unpopular. If all I get is one view, if I don't get any views or whatever the case may be, all the support that do show up, I do it for y'all. But I'm willing to do what's unpopular if it's going to encourage people to grow. Come on now, I'm gonna do what's considered unpopular for however long I need to do it. You know what I mean? If I don't get not one person to watch my videos, if one person watch it, I'm willing to do what's unpopular because there's a purpose attached to what it is that I'm doing. There's a real purpose attached to what it is that I'm doing, man. I'm trying to encourage people to think different. I'm trying to encourage people to grow. I'm trying to encourage people to do better. I'm trying to encourage people to be in that driver's seat, that winning seat. I'm trying to encourage people to succeed and accomplish and be on their mission of life. You feel me? So I'm on my purpose, encouraging you to be on your purpose. And I encourage you guys, man, to never give up on yourself. Keep going no matter what. Dream Driver's Legacy. I appreciate you guys. Love all you guys. Look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love. Strength.